On this EDC shopping haul, I've saved some pretty cool gear to unbox. So let's check it out. Let's start off with some tech that was sent over to me. This is the Mophie Snap Juice Pack Mini, which is their newly released MagSafe battery. So this one from Mophie is quite slim. It's got this nice like cloth-like texture. It's like a nylon almost, which feels actually really nice. They indented the MagSafe marks and all the text, so it is a 5,000 milliamp battery, which isn't the largest, but for something this small and slim, it works nicely, as the trade-off is it's not bulky at all. So you can still use it one-handed comfortably, and the MagSafe does stick on fairly nicely. You are paying a little more for that Mophie brand name, which for me is a plus, as it is a brand that I trust when it comes to anything battery related. Plus, it's definitely one of the nicest ones to feel up all day. Next up, we have this hunky guy, the iVANKY dual USB-C docking station, designed specifically for the MacBook. I'm not kidding when I say it's a chunker, but with that size, you get quite a bit in return. I mean, just look at how many holes you can fill up on this beauty. Let's get this set up. First off, obviously, it's not a dock you carry around with you for obvious reasons. It's when you get home, have your battle station ready, and all you have to do is plug this in. Seriously, no additional drivers, cables, or needing any other docks for every piece of tech you have. Almost everything can be done right here. One of the most important being the dual 4K output at 60 Hz. Then there's also the 96 watts of charging, even offering an 18 watt port for your phone, tablet, or whatever else you need charged up for the next day. Basically, if you can visualize the port, it's here. SD cards, USB, Ethernet, and yes, even a headphone jack. Having a dedicated dock to just plug in one cable and then go ham is a serious time saver. So if you're interested in possibly one of the most powerful MacBook docks out there, you can actually join the iVANKY Facebook group for your chance to win one yourself. Links down below. Next up, we have a tiny action camera that I've actually been really excited to check out. This is the Insta360 Go 2. So inside the box, the boring stuff first, paperwork, but also some pretty cool stickers. Then the mounts, which are a major key to getting the best shots possible, and the camera itself. This is tiny. For perspective, here it is beside the AirPods Pro case, but it doesn't even end there, because the camera itself is actually this. Seriously, here's it compared to other daily essentials. However, this tiny size doesn't mean anything unless the image quality is actually worth it to carry around with you, which thankfully, for the most part, when you're out and about, looks really good. However, what's even more impressive is the built-in stabilization for such a small camera. So you can record yourself having a dance battle with yourself. Now, it's not meant to replace your phone or DSLR, but it can capture these very unique angles that only a tiny camera can do. Like one of my favorites, it makes taking POV shots as simple as snapping it in place so you never miss the action, which is all thanks to the included mounts. However, say you just want to vlog for the day and don't want to carry anything extra, the charging case has its own tripod built right into it as well. So now you can simply flip it open, set it down, and tell the world what a subpar day you're having. Plus, the camera is also waterproof up to 4 meters and has an included lens guard to keep you protected as well. And the best part is, Insta360 has their Amazon Prime Day deal right now. So if you're interested, details and links in the description down below. Jumping into more EDC related gear, this little guy is an updated version of a magnetic quick release. And as you can see, the main difference is one end is flat. So when set up, it's built right into the key ring so it doesn't flail around, and when you need it, it unclips just like that. And thanks to the really strong magnets, this ain't going anywhere. So if you're looking into these quick release magnet options and you do have a key organizer with these key posts, this is probably going to be your best bet, as it saves you that room and anything from hanging around too much. Definitely check this out, the Urban Carver in collaboration with Keyport. Next up, we have 2 new multi-tools from Gerber. These mini guys take the shape of a regular knife, but when you flip it over to the other side, it's got a secondary tool built right into it. This one with the scissors, which is my go-to, as a knife and a pair of scissors are probably my 2 most used EDC items. And when you're done, folds right up. Well, bam. The knife itself is a fairly long one, about 3 inches long, slim, and still easy to handle. Although this thing is tiny, this one has a frame lock to keep it in place, and the blade is quite sharp, so be careful with that. The second option is similar, blade on one side, and on the other, it's got a bit holder. This one has a double bit, so there's a flathead on one end with a Phillips on the other, and they are clipped in really nicely. It gives you a nice long handle to screw things in. For anyone looking to slim down from those bulky multi-tools and find that you only use 1 or 2 tools, especially if it's a knife and like a common bit holder, these are 2 options you should definitely look into, as they're super lightweight and they're honestly not super threatening when you pull them out either. This one isn't new, but I picked it up myself because it comes in an all black option. So checking it out, and ironically using the Gerber knife to open, easy peasy. I really wanted to test out the PowerPint because, I mean, just look how tiny this thing is. Yet it's still got a full set of pliers and 5 extra tools on one side and another 5 on the other. Nail file, this really sharp pick, owl, a hook, obviously your standard knife, a pair of scissors, which is essential for me, Phillips bottle holder, and even a saw. All packed into this little guy, which is about the size of my finger and as thick as it as well. So if you're looking for a dedicated multi-tool, something with a little more options than the Gerber has, and you want it all blacked out, well, you might want to consider the SOG PowerPint just because of how tiny it is, and it does have a belt clip, so it makes it easy to carry around as well. Another one that isn't new, but I picked up because blackout. This is the Firebiner, which basically has a fire starter built right into the whole carabiner itself. Again, using the Gerber, but using the scissors on the other end this time. This is, well, a really cool looking carabiner. There's a flathead, a seatbelt cutter, some lanyard straps, and it's really this that you're paying for. So inside there is a ferro rod built right in. So you always have a fire starter on hand, which is great if you do go outdoors a lot and you don't have to carry extra fire starters on the side. You can have it built right into your key ring. It's also got this alien looking vibe to it, which is always a plus. Next, I got a small goodie package from PopSocket, and I've been using this quite a bit in the last week or so that I've had it. These are the MagSafe PopSockets, which basically gives you a pop socket on a really strong ring of magnets. If you don't believe me, just check this out. It takes quite a bit of shaking force for it to actually fall off, which you generally wouldn't do anyways, so on the daily, when using it one-handed, it doesn't go anywhere. It feels like it's actually taped on like a regular pop socket. But the benefit is here, you can just take it right off, charge wirelessly, attach a battery, and then when you're done, bam. They've also got their PopWallet version, which includes a card sleeve inside. Again, snap it on, pop socket built right in, and still just as strong. They do have a few color options. This is the pink version, but for me, obviously I'm going the blackout. If you are a fan of PopSocket and have a MagSafe compatible device, I highly recommend you get their MagSafe compatible PopSockets, as it makes them way more useful. These 2 things are from Vital Carry, which are pretty interesting, and I had to order it to see for myself. Starting off with this Sharpie looking tube. This is their Sharpie holder in a metal container. If you ever worry about your Sharpie dying, well, this gives you a pretty sturdy case for it. It's got textured grip, a twist on metallic cap with grip on the top as well, a very large belt clip, sturdy as well, and if you twist off the bottom, it really is just a regular Sharpie. Does this make it a better Sharpie? Not really, but it does become some sort of protective defensive tool if you generally carry a Sharpie with you, as it can actually do some damage. This next one is literally a piece of copper. This whole thing is just a giant stylus, although it may look like something else. It is only the size of your finger. It's pretty weighty, and it does have a lanyard hole to attach it onto your keychain. But what it's meant for is it being antimicrobial as well, and you can tap screens and open doors or push doors. Yeah, it's just a big piece of copper, and I freaking love it. From Orbitkey, this is their Black Edition multi-tool. This is their blackout key organizer with the blackout hardware and clip attachment, but it's what's inside that really counts, because this little metallic tool is fairly simple. It's got a bottle opener, a flathead, a ruler built into it, a nail file, but for a lot of people, this is honestly all the tools you need. You can scrape stuff off, you can open bottles, you can open boxes with this. Just having a hard piece of metal on you is pretty essential to getting your daily tasks done. And having it all blacked out is just a mega bonus. Oh, there's also a small Phillips head on the other side as well. Cha-ching. This one is a wallet from Pioneer, the Altitude Billfold. I've had their wallets for a while now, but haven't had a chance to feature them because there just wasn't a right theme for it. But they did release a few new ones, so we're gonna check it out here. So the main benefit of Pioneer is their material. They use this really stiff and durable kind of nylon-like material, but it is all reinforced, as you can see, the cross stitching and along the edges as well. This model here is their blackout billfold, so folds out, holds bills, side pockets on both sides, and it is something small, but the symmetrical pocketing of this really wins in my books. So if you care about your wallet being waterproof, super durable, and pretty much lasting a lifetime, maybe check out Pioneer wallets and their billfold, but they do have a card wallet and some other options as well. Seriously, this stuff is durable. Speaking of wallets though, Bellroy released a few new ones and we have them on hand. First off, let's check out their flip case, which is definitely the more interesting of the two because it's this like card-like hard case. It still has their nice leather on the outside, but see this little tab here? Wabam! It's like a door to your wallet. So it's got separate compartments here for cards and cash. Not a lot of space, but then you open it on the other side, a few more cards, some cash. It's definitely not meant to hold all your cards, receipts, daily essentials. This one is for the minimalist and who just like a cool, tough wallet, plus this opening magnetic mechanism is just really cool. And come on, this guy just looks really sleek, especially with that leather. For me, always go with the brown on the leather because it just works. Next up, we have one that I'm probably going to start using myself. This is the Folio Mini. I'm no minimalist, so I like to carry a lot of things. So having a space to do so is major key. This here has several compartments, magnetic as well, which is perfect as it keeps your change or loose receipts from flying out when you open your wallet. Two main compartments on the sides, spacious enough for cards, cash, receipts, and similar on the other end. Then this middle section here, which opens up and you can throw in a key or some extra change as well. Definitely not a quick wallet as it does require you to zipper it closed, but that's the beauty of Bellroy. It's such a simple concept, but just by adding magnets, it elevates the wallet to like a whole new level and definitely something worth paying for if you're into like the thicker zippered wallets and want some cool functionality built into it. And I got this one in black because it sort of gives away the theme that I'm planning it for. On to the main event and what I showed in the intro of the video. This is the Card Mafia Avengers deck, which is a lot more than meets the eye. I had to resist the urge from ripping this open right when I got it, so we can unbox it together very carefully. Damn, that is really sharp. The details on this box alone are insane. You can feel the texture, the gold foiling, but it gets even better because when you open it, you can see the deck itself is in there, but once you pull this tab, holy cow. The deck itself has its own custom artwork, Iron Man themed. I'm not going to open this. I'm going to save it because I really just wanted to show off this box and it delivered. This is definitely joining my Iron Man display front and center. Moving on to our favorite section of mail time, fidget toys. This one is from Ammo Design. I found him on Instagram and this is the Singularity. It's sort of blacked out and it's got the space in between here, so it kind of looks like horns and does have some low-key vibes to it, which hint, low-key, but it's just this solid piece of metal that feels really good in the hand thanks to the curved edges and something you just attach a lanyard to. You can keep this on your keys and it's just a conversation starter when you pull this beauty out. This next one, I'm not too sure the name of it off the top of my head, but I will include it here. I picked this up from a fellow fidget enthusiast over on one of the Facebook groups, and oh my goodness. So it is a haptic coin, and the design in this gives you sort of Avatar, Dota 2, kind of League of Legends, that kind of gamer vibe, which feels like an acrylic, but the rest of it is a Zerk body, and as you may have guessed, it is a haptic coin. Feels good and looks freaking rad as well. Come on, like I ordered a bunch of DZ fidget gear from him. This is what we're looking at today. This is the DZ top slider, which is this pill-like design. The front side has this thumb divot area, which basically allows you to do this. Yes, it's kind of hard to explain why you'd pay so much money for these things, but it's pretty rad knowing that it's made of all Zerk, a pretty expensive material to begin with. All right, last one for fidget toys before I bore you too much. This is from 2EDC, the Coracle. It's just a magnetic sliding button in this really tiny form factor. It's so like cute, sweet, and just awesome to hold in your hand. Come on. This is another one of those things that's hard to explain why you get so excited to pay so much money for this, but you really have to feel it for yourself. And I mean, seeing it in action is nice, but actually doing it yourself is what really changes your mind about these things. Let's finish off with some face masks. It's still nice to have a good one on hand just in case. And the Rino Ready GRD01, they sent a bunch of new ones because they have a new colorway. They just released these camo styles. They might be a limited edition run, but I mean, if you're into that whole like camouflage vibe, these are pretty cool. You get a pretty cool looking accent on the side here with that nylon-like material. And you still get their metallic nose bridge, the foam insert on the top, these stretchy chins so it covers every area, the adjusting ear loop with these really comfortable strings, and the neck lanyard as well so you can hang it around your neck when you're not using it. Inside, filter pocket, really soft like cotton material. And putting it on, I've got the large and it fits perfectly. There's no gaps on the side. The chin here covers perfectly. I've not found a better fitting mask. The only downside for me is breathing through such thick material is a little harder in terms of coverage. You cannot beat this. It's such a perfect fit, and now with these new colorways, they look pretty sweet. And the fact they include an extra nose foam insert and a carrying case as well, it's pretty worth it. This next one I came by through an Instagram ad. It's called the Masuku Love Air. What caught my eye was the shape of this mask, because what it does is it creates a hard structure, sort of like a helmet, but for your face. That's all thanks to this plastic kind of frame built into it with this layer of light material that wraps around, creating a seal. And you see that filter that's built on the outside of this. It's got some nice soft straps. The nose bridge is sort of shaped and formed for you, so it's always kind of there. It does create a proper seal. I don't feel any gaps around the sides and on the bottom, and it does fit around my nose perfectly. You be the judge for yourself how it looks. It's on the smaller side, so it doesn't cover as much of your face. It actually is pretty comfortable and passes my breathing test too. I would say it's more for someone who likes the look of it and just wants a no-fuss mask that just fits every time without having to adjust it. Check them out, the Masuku face mask. This last one is a really affordable one that I've come by several times, but I finally picked one up because I saw it in store. From Outdoor Research, this is their face mask kit. What's cool about this is that the bag itself is reusable, so you can use it to store your mask or other goodies that you want to take with you in a water-sealed container, so extra value. The mask itself, though, is fairly simple. It's got really soft air loop strings with an adjuster here on both sides and a filter insert on the inside, which they do include a few in this kit. And the first time I put this on, I knew right away this is a keeper. For the price point, it's got a perfect fit, a middle nose bridge so it fits around your nose properly, passes my speaking test so it doesn't move down when you're speaking. You can breathe properly, plus the included filters make it an even better value. A little branding on the edge here, but this blackout model is probably one of my favorites. And come on, for all the other masks I've shown you that cost quite a pretty penny, this one, for how affordable it is an easy pickup if you're still looking for a mask. This is gonna be my backup go-to from now on moving forward. Anyways, that's it for this mail time, but comment down below if there's anything you think I should check up or pick up for myself. But that's it. I rest my Iron Man cards.